rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of... the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He's got it. Lots of room to run. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on 3rd down. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Smith. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
Number 96, set to kick off.
There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, he'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Handoff again. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Underwood fires to the right, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Hunt is on its way. Searching for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. State sending out the offense to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for space. It's Jackson. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Right side, it's Smith. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. To the edge, it's Jackson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Well, Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Now here's Sayed. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A field goal here would make it a two-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on fourth down. Fourth down, Sayed. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I like the decision to go for it, and I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on fourth down.
And the extra point is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the move at the 30. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Throwing, Underwood gets rid of it.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
2nd and long here. Sayed. Got out of trouble and throws. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayed. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And this offense has really showed me something today, man. They've already put some drives together and made some explosive plays, and now just executing on 3rd down. They've shown you a little bit of everything, and this offense is looking like it's the real deal.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Keeps it moving, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back.
Right. Lily. Stay Lily. Ready.
Play action with Underwood. Fires on the move. Left side is Marsh. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Look out! Going to try to get it himself. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athleticism.
Plows through the defense. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
Here we go. Ready.
After the run, now to throw. Out wide right, it's Marsh. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short.
Go. Now. Ready. 18. Go.
Here's Underwood to throw. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give. Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing, say it. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Out wide left, it's Smith. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Say it. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Underwood. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Looking for more room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Kent State taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And it's the Golden Flashes, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
22. Blue 22.
Running to the left. Shows him the stiff arm. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Might as well give it to him again. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 214 close. 214 close.
Throwing, Underwood. Uncorks it. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On 3rd down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up 4th.
Punt is on its way. And the ball comes to rest right there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Moves the pocket. It's Sayin. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. He's at the 50. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
The handoff. Enough to move the chains. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. The give on the counter. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Now here's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Trying to make one miss. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And here they And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Tight end now in motion. Julian with the play fake. Fires to the middle. It's dropped after taking the hit. They'll need a bunch on second down. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. The throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Right side, it's Marsh. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Just had to get rid of it.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Punt is in the air. Looks it in. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. guys roll that offense back out there. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. Powers through the defender. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And telling the coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Escapes the pressure going right. On the run, fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Smith. Breaks free and he might be gone. 10. Powers through. Touchdown Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeps it on the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Left side is Buchanan. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Running inside. It's Marshall. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he gets it away.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Here's Underwood to throw. Turns it upfield. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Rashad Downs going up top. He's got the tight end. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Underwood. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Black 18. Ruby. Lily. Go.
Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Looking left. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Michigan! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. He'll try to tack on one more. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Zayin, right down the middle. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Towards the sideline. Marked down at the 46-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
And the Buckeyes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Zayin. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, I'm not surprised, man. They go to the bullpen, bring me the closer in. Like, he's their star. This whole thing is built around him. Late in the game, you need a play. Palmer, you go to your guy. You give him the football, let him make a play, and he does it right there.
Well, he's just got so much confidence. He knows with the tools he has that he's one of the best in the game. And so in that kind of moment, you want the football. You want to be in charge. You want to be the guy that closes this thing out. No surprise, making a great decision, accurate throw, ball game.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throw it, say it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quick give. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the 2nd half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.